John Leguizamo criticizing the new Mario Brothers movie as all-white casting. Well, we're going to discuss about that and much more on this episode of the Miami Geeks. Stay tuned. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of the Miami Geeks Weekly Updates, brought to you by DigitalCrackNetwork.com. I'm your host, Punisher305, with me as always, old school gaming specialist, Uncle Willie.
Tell me that your Wednesday was better than mine.
It just got better being here right now, to be honest.
Okay, so we're on the same boat then, because Jesus Christ. This got to the point that Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, this has become my therapy.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we're not gonna lie. Just because we come in here and we give you the news and we talk to each other and all that, it's becoming very therapeutic. I do agree with you there, Willie.
I mean, it might have to do something to do with the fact that we yell a lot and say a lot of dirty words.
Yeah, I mean, we do. There's no lie. But you know what, man? Let's save all that for let's save it now.
I said dirty words like I'm Steve Rogers.
I mean, language, yeah. But I mean, you're doing it right because we have to wait a minute.
You're right.
You're
right, Steve. You're right, Steve. It is motherfucking language. Can we move on?
Yeah, we already passed the minute, so we can say fuck. So we're good. So let's get started, guys. And right now, let's talk about what's going on, Willie, which happened a couple days ago with Activision Blizzard settles with the Federal Employment Agency for $18 million, which has been updated already. And this update took place a couple days ago, like I just said. So Activision Blizzard just put out a press release indicating that the research and agreement to settle is just revealed that the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission lawsuit. And Kotick, with all this going on, received $154 million from all this is going to be happening. He's going to get all this money. Meaning that he could easily cover 18 million costs of the EEOC lawsuit settlement. So nothing, chump change. It's technically pretty much chump change for this man. Willie, talk to us. Because we talked about this, Friday or Monday, I think it was, and this happened.
Well, we talked about Activision Blizzard's troubles. I should go ahead and say that for all intents and purposes, the company's called Activision Blizzard King. Because, yes, King is part of this group. Activision bought them not too long, a few years ago. Anyway, the details. We all know that a few months ago, the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing concluded a 2-year-long investigation with a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard for what it considered to be discrimination and harassment for women and minorities. The SEC jumped in. I think we talked about that last week.
Yeah.
With a probe of its own, but that's more looking at investors' interests, not the actual victims. Well, the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission decided to throw their own lawsuit in, and this was actually filed. When was it? It was like 4 days ago, something like that. Yeah,
it was 4 days ago.
Well, 2 days ago, Activision Blizzard went ahead and settled with the EEOC to the tune of $18 million. Now, the $18 million, from what I understand, let me actually read the statement that was put out. Under the agreement, Activision Blizzard is committed to create an $18 million fund to compensate and make amends to eligible claimants. Any amounts not used for claimants will be divided between charities that advance women in the video game industry or promote awareness around harassment and gender equality issues, as well as company diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives as approved by the EEOC. The agreement is subject to court approval.
Yeah.
As you said before, King Kotick, who's the CEO of ABK, actually put his own statement out.
Oh, okay.
Quote, there is no place anywhere at our company for discrimination, harassment, or unequal treatment of any kind, and I am grateful to the employees who bravely shared their experiences. I am sorry that anyone had to experience inappropriate conduct, and I remain unwavering in my commitment to make Activision Blizzard one of the world's most inclusive, respected, and respectful workplaces. Mm-hmm. You know what's missing from that statement?
What?
I'm sorry that we fucked up.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
He's not sorry that the company fucked up. He's just sorry that anyone had to experience it.
Yeah. I mean, he's a dick, dude.
So yeah, and like you said, the man's making $154 million. They confront the $18 million with the shit that he shakes out of his sofa cushions.
Yeah, dude.
It's not a punishment. Then again, it's not a punishment. It's just a settlement for a lawsuit. Is it legit? Does it mean that everything is great now? Of course not. But then again, there's the main California lawsuit that they still have to deal with. I want the shit prosecuted to the fullest. I want everything to come out, and I want them to pay for all this shit. Not monetarily, but like I say, change of leadership. Fuck them. Jalen Brack already resigned. A lot of the people that were in Blizzard during when all the majority of this was going on, they're already gone. But there needs to be more.
I totally agree with you, man. And to be honest, I think you're absolutely right with this, man. And you know what? That's our opinion. I really want to see what our viewers here think about the same thing, Willie. Do you guys agree with everything that's been going on here with what Willie and I have been reading? Please comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And let's have a conversation about this, guys. Now, on to further news. Nintendo Switch developer says they already have 4K dev kits. You know what? Even reading this, when I read this earlier today, when Willie introduced it to me, I could not help but get mad because I was so confused at the fact that they're saying that. I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell are you talking about 4K dev kits? Like, what? But either way, Bloomberg reported that developers got at least 11 game companies that have been working on games using the 4K Nintendo Switch kit. I did not stutter, just to let you guys know. There is a 4K Nintendo Switch kit out there right now, meaning this whole big OLED screen that they're giving out now is just there because of whatever the fuck they want. And I guess Nintendo don't like money, like Willie says it, because I guess I would have just waited out till I push this fat fucker out. You know what I'm saying? This is what everybody wanted, the 4K. But I guess they were not ready, so they pushed it out to 11 game companies just so they can start making their games for it. Willie, explain, because okay. I'm still baffled at the fact that they did that. I'm still like,
first off, it should be said that Nintendo is denying this. They said that the Bloomberg report is quote unquote inaccurate, but they didn't add anything to that.
Yeah.
Now, as to whether or not they should have waited, these are business decisions. They had to put something out this fiscal year to excite shareholders. So, okay, updated Switch. The Bloomberg report messes with that because now if people know that a 4K Switch is, the people that care about this, if they know that a 4K Switch is coming, why would they spend money on an OLED one?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, why would you spend, that money on something like this when you clearly know everybody wants this 4K Switch? Yes, I get it. They just want to do a little upgrade to the Switch that we have now, but I don't see the reason for it. Being that you guys pushed out the Switch Lite, so you guys are technically wasting money. Why are you gonna just focus on this new 4K one and be like, okay, this 4K is coming soon, we're just working on it? I don't know.
You do realize that the current climate with tech is essentially we want you to waste your money, right?
Well, yeah, of course. But I'm just saying it. I'm saying like on a business point of view, like
they put out a brand new flagship phone every year because they legitimately want you to change your phone every year.
Yeah. Not no more. Wait 5 years. Hey, a new phone coming out. No, it's almost an every year thing already. Yeah.
It's the same for phones as it is for GPUs on PCs. For pretty much every component on the PC, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Except the case. As I get for most electronics, and you can even throw cars in there.
Yeah, absolutely. You're absolutely right about it. Look, I'm still rocking the
S9. Don't worry. Yeah, well, I have the S21 Ultra, but that's because the previous Chinese model that I had It was only meant to last a couple of years, and they gave me a couple of years, and I ain't gonna complain about nothing but the fact that I got a couple of years out of it.
Yeah, it's
Actually,
fine.
more, because now I'm using it as my emulation phone.
You see, Willie makes things happen, guys.
I have the Game Pass on there, and it works quite well. Thank you very much.
Well, it's great to know, Willie. I'm pretty happy about that. But you know what? You know that you're bringing up Game Pass right now, and I want to talk about something that just came up, today recently, actually, and it's with PlayStation.
Before we do that,
go ahead.
So 4K Switch, it's going to happen.
Okay.
Of course, they want you to spend money on the OLED one because, again, make the investors happy. But I mean, you know what? It might be that it doesn't come out. Let's be serious. But it's on the works, and I know that makes you happy. Okay.
Yeah, but we'll continue. We'll talk about that another day, though. Let's continue on, Willie. What's going on here? So it looks like PlayStation latest acquisition just made an acquisition of its own. So Fire Sprite just made an announcement on his official site today, revealing that it had bought Fabric, if I'm saying that right.
Fabric.
Fabric. Sorry.
Fabric
games into Fold in connection with Fire Sprite joining PlayStation Studios. Okay, so I'm guessing they're trying to do like the whole Xbox and try and recruit these people. But could you give us a little more further detail about who are these people, Willie? I've never heard of them.
Fire Sprite's the company that did Playroom and The Persistence.
Okay.
I'm sure you played the Playroom.
Yeah, I have.
Okay. Well, they were added to PlayStation Studios not too long ago, and they seem to have bought Fabric Games. Which, fine, okay, they worked on The Persistence together, which is a VR title on PS4. And so, the fact that they work together means that they're chummy enough to be formally put together. All I know is that there's a lot of acquisitions, and there sure isn't a lot of independent studios nowadays. Matter of fact, I remember seeing an article not too long ago lamenting that. How whoever Xbox is not buying up, it looks like PlayStation's trying to buy up.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I get it. They're trying to get as much as they can. And I get it, because Xbox is rocking it right now, but I don't know.
Yeah, but think about it. The more developers that get bought up, the less developers that are multi-platform.
I see.
And yeah, it's business, but shitty business.
Very. But whatever, man. To each their own. Let's see just what happens with this whole acquisition, and let's see. I pray for the best. But Willie, something needs to be brought up, and it's because of what we brought up on Monday. And of course, it has to be the PlayStation Plus games for October, which we were right. Well, it
wasn't us that were saying it. It was
absolutely. But we read it though. We let it out there for everybody to know. This.
Yeah.
With that one guy that he got it right 3 times already in a row. This is going to be his 3rd time, actually. We're going to be getting
the individual who leaked this. This is the 2nd time that person himself has leaked it. He leaked it last month.
Yeah.
But either way, it's from what I understand, it's 3 for 3. So wherever the leaks are coming from, they seem to be accurate.
Yeah, they're on the money. And again, we're going to get Hell Let Loose, PGA 2K20, and Mortal Kombat X. And that's going to be coming out
21.
Oh, I say 20?
Yes.
My bad. 21.
No
2K21. It happens, guys. So anyways,
we're human.
This is going to come out on Tuesday, October 5th, and will be available until Monday, November 1st. So guys, keep an eye on that. But let's talk about also Games with Gold. And they have a pretty interesting lineup, to be honest. As of right now, the only 2 games I see here that in my eye that catch my my vision right now is Castlevania and Resident Evil out of this whole lineup. But Willie, tell us more. What are the other games that come out? I'm guessing it's going to be 4, right? Or just going to still be 3?
There is 4 games.
Okay.
And you are too kind.
Oh, sorry.
I say that because Listen, I am all down for free. I would never sit there and criticize free on its face.
Never.
But I mean, those who haven't noticed until now will have to. I mean, come on, you got to come to terms that there has been a sizable quality gap when it comes to Xbox games with gold versus PS Plus games.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they're giving you one more game with Xbox games with gold. Okay, let's talk about the games first.
Okay.
The two heavy hitters, Castlevania Harmony of Despair and Resident Evil Code Veronica X. Now, for those who don't know, those are Xbox 360 titles. Still good games. Personally, I love Resident Evil Code Veronica. We talked about this. It's I almost call it a guilty pleasure of mine because I never hear too many people talking about Code Veronica. There's either the old school ones that, you know, the Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, or just about everybody else that Resident Evil wasn't good until 4. But I love that game. And Castlevania Harmony of Despair is good enough to where Konami is doing a Castlevania compilation that has it included. So not a bad game. The other two games, it's not that they're bad. But say what you want about PGA 2K21, it's still a major sports franchise. Or I should say a sports license. Aero, AAERO, is... I don't know how many people have played it, but it reminds me of the old game. You remember the old game Rez?
Yeah, I remember.
It's along those lines. You're flying through space. Well, in this case you're like, you know, you're flying and leaving little rainbows behind you while killing enemies to music.
Okay.
I gives you those vibes.
Yeah.
And the other game, Hover, is, to me, the answer to the question, what if Jet Set Radio had a baby with Mirror's Edge?
That's gonna be pretty interesting,
like,
baby.
Because it looks like Jet Set Radio. I know it's called Jet Grind Radio here, whatever. Jet Set Radio, it looks like Jet Set Radio, but it's a parkour title. So it has the mechanics of Mirror's Edge. It looks interesting. It looks really interesting. But it's like they don't really focus on the bigger titles. And why don't they focus on the bigger titles? Because they want to put the bigger titles on Game Pass. That's where you get Doom Eternal, which I'm going to bring it up again. I can play it on my phone.
You can. You're not wrong.
I can, and I have. But, you know, hey, that's the model they want to go with. Let them do their thing.
Yeah, screw it, dude.
Personally, I think that the two Xbox One games, interesting, but they don't really like. There's not one of those things like, oh man, I gotta get games with gold. They have Hover.
No, but that's the thing. Like the only reason I'm saying it's interesting because they're at least putting out a Halloween vibe type of game. You know, the only thing we have in the PlayStation that's going to give us some sort of Halloween-ish type of feeling will be what Mortal Kombat X. That's it.
I mean, it's Halloween in the sense that the movie Halloween was about someone that killed people.
True.
So I guess, yeah, I mean, you know, everyone here is killing people, so maybe Halloween?
Yeah, just about, maybe. But you know what? That's all fine and dandy, dude. That's pretty much the lineup we have right now for Xbox.
At the end of the day, free is free.
Yeah, free is free, and you know, again, whatever games that we might not like might be something that you like, so don't take our word for it. So, and
both games, both of those lesser known games might be really good games.
Yeah, you never know.
They just don't like. You read them on a news on a news clipping, and it's like it doesn't sing to you. It doesn't jump out at you.
Yeah, and it happens. It always happens. But Willie, I do have to bring up something, and I'm actually surprised this is happening, and I'm excited for it. And it's Twisted Metal for the PS5 is being reportedly in the works by Destruction AllStars Studios. Look, I love Twisted Metal. I like the fact that they're coming up with a TV show, and I'm dying to see how that's going to turn out. But it looks like that's it. It's time. It's time to make a new Twisted Metal game, and Destruction AllStar Studios are going to be working with this. So far, from what we know, they're going to be launching this game in 2023, and it's going to be that game is going to come out. Then they're still doing the whole Twisted Metal TV series. So I got a feeling it's all going to be working together around that whole vibe. I'm just excited, to see that happen. That's going to be fun to see on PS5. What do you think, Willie?
I mean, I was a fan of the Twisted Metal series back in the day too, and knowing that they're working on another game, I'm not going to say it makes me really happy because I never had a huge connection to it, but it was a good series.
Yeah.
Now, yes, it's rumored to be worked on by Lucid Games, the people who did make Destruction AllStars. It's rumored to be coming out in 2023 to coincide with the TV series, but the one part that you will not like, it's rumored to be a free-to-play game.
It won't be?
It's rumored to be a free-to-play game.
I mean, a lot of we have had a lot of hit and misses with free games. I'm just trying to say
it's free to play doesn't mean that it's going to be bad.
Yeah, that's all.
Right now, Rocket League is free to play.
Yeah, but they still have all those freaking DLCs and shit that you have to buy, which is like.
Well, I mean, the reason why they went free to play is because they started getting pretty obnoxious with their games, the games with the DLCs. Like I was down with it when it first came out because it's like, you know what, the game is cheap and the game is good, let them cash in. But now it's like, y'all need to stop.
Yeah, but let's see, man. Free to play, still kind of worried about that, but we haven't got the game yet. There's just talks right now that it's in the works. Let's see what happens. I'm hoping for the best for this free to play game, and I pray that it's going to be freaking amazing like the first two games. But yeah, Willie, I know you brought this up, and I'm still kind of like shook it up on this one. The Epic Game Store is coming to the Microsoft Store for some reason. Can you bring this one up? Because this one still kind of baffles me a little bit.
This one's funny. I love the snark. This comes from Rock Paper Shotgun, and I love the snark that they have when they're describing this. Yeah. The direct quote from the article: "Finally, you'll be able to launch a store that you don't want from a store that you really don't want." And let me tell you, okay, I get the snark because you know what? The only reason why I still have the Epic Game Store on my PC is because free games. It's gonna sound pathetic. I don't know. If it does, I don't know. But I have not bought a single thing from their storefront. My library has, like, last time I checked, 50 plus games.
Well, yeah, I haven't bought shit from them either. I just take the free games. I'm not sure who's gonna say that's pathetic, but free games. Well,
because it's like, damn. At least you got all these games. At least throw them a bone. I don't like the Epic Game Store.
No, I just
like the purchases I've made have been on Steam because I like Steam. I've bought from GOG too. But to the article itself. Basically, the new Microsoft Store, which is going to debut with Windows 11, which, if I'm correct, comes out October 5th, which is Monday. It's redesigned. So it's supposed to be better than the current one, which I can 100% confirm is hot garbage. And Microsoft is basically saying, no. You don't just download our stuff there. You can download third-party stores. Epic Games and Amazon are two of the ones that have been mentioned. Obviously, the big one is Steam, and there's no word. They have not said if Steam is going to be in there. But bottom line, you'll be able to get third-party stores within Microsoft Store. The store itself not the games that you could buy from the store. So it's not like you can turn around and say, all right, I want a game from Epic Game Store. You can't search for it in Microsoft Store and buy it directly from there. So just weird stuff like that.
Okay, I get it.
I still think it's funny.
No, it's absolutely funny, dude. That they have that type of snark for something like that. But whatever, dude.
Imagine being able to download the Google Play Store from Apple's App Store.
Dude. I mean,
that's how weird this sounds.
It does. It sounds super weird.
But Epic and Microsoft are not competitors to that degree.
No.
At the end of the day, Epic and the Epic Game Store has to run on Microsoft Windows.
Well.
Oh yeah.
To each their own. Let's see how that works out. I don't give a fuck. But we're gonna continue on, Willie, and we have some awesome news. So the Mandalorian spin-off Book of Boba Fett gets a release date on Disney Plus. The Book of Boba Fett finally gets an official release date. The Star Wars series will be coming soon to Disney Plus on December 29th. And they already have, this lovely little artwork already, which I'm pretty much know that everybody's mother spewed on this. I don't know you, Willie, but this one right here, I'm actually kind of excited to see what, to have Boba Fett, and his story and shit like that. I'm actually pretty excited. I like the Mandalorian season 1 and season 2. I'm looking forward to this. I want to see what's going to happen. What's going to happen with the Mandalorian and what's going to happen with Boba Fett. I'm actually happy. The 20th of December, perfect.
I saw the Mandalorian late. I jumped on the party late because I had been on a I don't care about Star Wars trip, and it was really good. And among the things that the last episode of season 2 did, which by the way, episode 8 of season 2, I think, was every Star Wars fan's orgasm. And the after sex hand job was Boba Fett's getting its own series.
Yeah, you're right.
Which I don't know how that would work personally, because after sex, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
Just leave it alone, please.
Let the poor thing rest. He's run a long race. All of 2 minutes.
You know what? Let's continue on. We got to that point.
Once every episode, I have to break you. I must break you, because if I don't, then I don't feel like I did my job.
Ladies and gentlemen, am I read enough? I mean, shit, it just happened.
I'm not here for expert commentary.
No, at all,
and of any kind. I'm here to make you uncomfortable.
He did just that and worked perfectly fine. But now, let's talk about some other shit that man's going on, and then it has to involve John Leguizamo talking smack about the new Mario Brothers movie. Look, we all know John Leguizamo was Luigi in the cult classic. I would say cult classic because it's so bad that people just consider to watch it just for the fucking guilty pleasure of it. And he was Luigi in that movie. Now, John Leguizamo.
So you're giving him credit for making a movie that we watch for the same reason we watch Neil Breen movies.
Pretty much.
Because Trainwreck.
Pretty much, yes. It's just that bad. But again, it's a guilty pleasure. I do admit it. I'll watch Mario Bros. Because of it.
I cannot say it enough, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not seen a Neil Breen movie, please, you need to watch a Neil Breen movie. Preferably either drunk or stoned.
I will say yes. I'm not even going to say to which one. Just yes.
No. Just yes. Yeah. Do them both.
Yeah.
Free ball.
But guys, so John Leguizamo took it to Twitter right now, and he's pretty much just kind of like bashing the movie in a way. Pretty much criticizing the film is an all-white casting, including no Latin actors in a lead role. And I have kind of a lot to say about this, man, because I get what he's trying to say, but I don't think he looked into the characters right here, right? You know what I'm saying? I don't think they really needed a Latin character for Italian plumbers. But then again, Chris Pratt's not Italian. But let's work. Let's get to this, right, Willie? Let's get to this. Let's get to this. Go ahead.
Before going further.
Yeah.
You know that Nintendo went and said that they're not Italian plumbers, right? Or more to the point, they said, yeah, they're Italian plumbers, but they're not from Italy. They're from Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, that happens.
Because there's an Italy and Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah.
Just like
Sanrio
said,
right there.
Just like Sanrio said that Hello Kitty's not a cat.
That part's scary. I didn't want to touch that one again. But still.
But anyway.
The fact that he's talking about that there's no Latins in this movie, it kind of bothers me because look, a lot of the characters they mentioned there, Peach, Mario, Luigi, they'll have a different a different role in this whole movie. For instance, and Anya Taylor-Joy, right? Did I say that right?
Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy. She was born here in Miami. I'm not saying she's Cuban or Hispanic. She's born in Miami, but she has family there from where is it again? Shoot, like her mother is Spanish from Barcelona, and also she has a mixed thing with Zimbabwe, Africa, and also her father was Argentinian, English Scottish descent. So he's kind of a mix, and so is she. We have Chris Pratt that he was born, he's a U.S. boy, but I know he has.
He was born in Missouri.
Yeah,
which is an Earth.
And we're going that route, Willie.
You don't remember the reference to that one either?
Yes, Oh fuck you! Really? You know better.
Yeah, that Monday was Flying Dicks, and today is this one.
Willie, I hate you today. We're not bringing the Flying Dicks, but we're bringing Chris Pratt here today. But yeah,
I mean. He is kind of like a flying dick to some people.
Okay, look. He's English. We get it. Charlie Day, who's playing Luigi.
I still want to see the Pepe Sylvia conspiracy. I want to see him do it.
I hope he does it. But
As a
look,
matter of fact, he should have been Toad and done it.
Oh my god, dude, if he was Toad, that would have been freaking amazing too. But check it out. He's Luigi. And he has a background, Italian descended family too, but he also has Irish and English ancestries. Get it. Keegan Michael Key. Dude, the guy's African American. And he's playing Toad. And those are lead roles, I'm telling you right now. Sebastian Maniscalco. I'm not even sure if he's going to be a lead character in this movie, but I know he's playing like one of the bad guys for the Mario Brothers. He's an American Italian, and of course Kevin Michael Richardson. He's African American too. All I want to say is there's a mixed bunch in this fucking movie, and I get that he has a whole thing about not having a Hispanic in that movie, but dude, there's a big diversity in this whole fucking movie by itself already. There's a lot of people in there, different cultures, and for him to say that it's an all white casting. I think he's just either trying to get the attention or he's just going a little too far with it. What do you think, Willie?
I think that the problem is that there are no Hispanic people in the movie.
Yeah.
His tweet, it says, "So glad Super Mario Bros. Is getting a reboot. Obviously, it's iconic enough, but too bad they went all white. No Latinx in the leads. Groundbreaking colorblind casting in original. Plus, I'm the only one who knows how to make the movie work script-wise." All right, bruh. Consider that your name in that movie was Luigi Mario. I'm not kidding. Play it.
Name?
Mario.
Last name?
Mario.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
No, Luigi Mario.
Okay, look, how many Marios are there between the two of you?
There's three. There's Mario, and Luigi Mario.
I cannot get over that. What's your name? Mario. What's his name? Luigi what? Luigi Mario. What? Okay, Ricky Bobby, we got it.
No, what's your first name? Luigi. What's your last name? Mario. Come on.
I swear to God that...
Okay.
Oh my God!
Whether or
Go
not-
ahead.
Whether or not they should have put a Hispanic people in the movie is a matter of personal preference. I'm not gonna sit there and say he's wrong for saying he would like to see some Hispanics on there, but it's not necessary.
Yeah.
So to see that there's no Hispanics there and immediately declare that the movie is therefore all white, that's pretty like, come on, like that's a bruh moment.
Yeah, man. Like, I like John Leguizamo. Don't get me wrong. I like
Mambo Mouth.
Yeah. I liked him in a lot of things, even his own stand-ups and stuff like that. Really funny
Wait.
guy. But
I did like Tu Wong Fu.
of course, dude, why not? He was funny in that movie too. But ever since, I don't know what happened, he just kind of had these like lately these little B-rolls. And I feel like he's kind of like dropping out of the background. Nobody kind of notice him anymore unless you mention him in a certain movie. But I don't think it was necessary to mention what he just like. It wasn't even necessary for him to say that. You know what I'm saying?
It's his view, his point of view, his opinion. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I don't agree with him.
I don't agree with him either. And to be honest,
I don't agree with him. And I don't think that it's a thing where there's a reason why it's called forced diversity. Like, it's okay if you want to go and make a story and you want to have certain characters in there, maybe characters that weren't represented in the original source material.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
No, I don't.
The people who are upset that the new Little Mermaid is going to feature a black Ariel. I mean, I get where they're coming from. Personally, I'm not as upset.
Nor am I. I'm at all.
But
I just think that
by the same token, just because that it's possible to do it doesn't mean that you have to.
There we go. You're
Just
right.
because it's okay, you can reimagine certain characters and you can put a Latino or Asian or whatever characters in certain roles, doesn't mean that you have to.
Agreed. Totally.
That's
agree
just
with
my
you.
opinion there.
No, absolutely, Willie. And you know what? And again, I'm going to say this. I'm not bashing on anyone's opinion, but if you're going to do something to kind of get a rise out of people, you're looking like a dick. I get it. Like, if you're going to come out to Twitter to do that, you're just going to look for all the hate. All of it. People are just going to criticize you and say a lot of bad things to you because of what you're saying. And but that's Twitter.
At the end of the day, two things. One, criticism and Twitter are pretty. I think it's the same word. When you type criticize in a Google search, it just brings you to twitter.com.
Yeah, it does immediately. It does.
But second of all, when you voice your opinion, there is going to be a group of people that will disagree with you, and some of them are very vocal.
Very.
That's unfortunate because you'd like to think that human beings can sit there and have conversations about things and not devolve into shouting matches. But oh wait, hold on, no, you can't.
You're absolutely right, Willie. Which again, this is the point of our podcast. If you got a problem with whatever we got to say, all right, talk to us. We don't care. We're not gonna sit here and go, Willie, he said better about me, man, and then go into a shouting match because you didn't like us. No, man, we don't really care about that. We just want to bring you what you guys want to hear. Then we talk about it and have a conversation about it. That's technically it.
Maybe you can change our mind. I doubt it, but maybe you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm an old man. I'm set in my ways.
Again, Willie, what we just talked about right now with John Leguizamo, whatever opinion you guys have about it, please comment down below. We would love to hear your thoughts and have a conversation about it. That's the whole thing. Let's conversate and let's work together to a point where we come to an agreement of something, or even even share a point about something. Maybe something we missed. Can
we not use conversate in a sentence ever again, please?
Why?
I'm just it's the grammar Nazi in me. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I know I'm pedantic.
You know what?
Shit, but
I do apologize about that, Willie. Sorry. But yeah, comment below. Let's talk about it. But now, Willie, this is the part that I found very amusing, which I didn't know was going to happen. So, Aladdin 2, you heard me right, Aladdin 2, update shared by the star Mena Massoud? Mena Massoud, which he's the one that played Aladdin in the first movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So Mena Massoud gives an update about in development Aladdin 2, and I'm kind of like surprised about the fact that it's happening. So Screen Rant recently received an opportunity to sit down with Massoud and discuss his new movie and so on and so forth. And then along the way, they just started talking about Aladdin 2. Willie, I thought that the first movie was an okay movie, even though it was a live action, and I hold the cartoon near and dear to my heart. And the movie was entertaining. I'm not gonna lie. My child liked it. My wife liked it. I watched it and I was like, all right, it's all right. It's no Robin Williams and all that, but it's okay. It's not bad. I thought the movie ended in a note where I thought they were never gonna make a part 2 of it, even though there are multiple movies of this movie. But I thought they ended it in a way that they were not gonna make another part for this. Now that they're making a part 2, what are your thoughts about this? I mean, besides the fact how they're going to make a part 2 of this, being that, spoiler for those who haven't seen the movie, Genie turns human in this movie. He's free, so he has normal powers. And we have the bad Genie that, did his thing, whatever. But now, what's going to happen? How are they going to make Aladdin 2? Where are they going to work with this? Willie, what are your thoughts?
The cop-out answer to your question is Disney Magic.
There we go. Money. I like this.
But but of course they were gonna make an Aladdin 2. You know how I knew they were gonna make an Aladdin 2? I knew it the moment that the first movie made $1 billion worldwide. The moment that happened, yeah, they're gonna make a part 2. Remember that the first Aladdin was pretty locked up, the animated one, and Disney said, "Oh no, we're not done yet," and they went and made another one, and it didn't even star Robin Williams as a genie. Did you forget that?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay,
I remember that.
You make enough money, there's gonna be a part 2. Besides, the conspiracy theory is, and it's probably true, that Disney keeps doing this so I think they can keep holding the copyright to the movies.
That sounds pretty accurate, to be honest.
Oh, no. All the movies that they're making now, all the live action movies that they're making now, they're making because they can't make animated ones again.
Yeah, they can't.
Well, live action, people seem to like our live action movies. Mm-hmm. Let's go ahead and make more.
It sounds right. Actually, the way you made it sound, yeah, it sounds pretty accurate, Willie. You're right.
And Massoud is not the only one that's down. Marwan Kanzari, who played Jafar, is also down.
Mm-hmm. Well, money.
So, yeah, of course. No word on whether or not my wife, who doesn't know that I married her, is going to be a part of this too.
I mean, we should ask her. Will she answer us?
Dude, let me explain something to you, okay? Let me just explain something to you. Mm-hmm. If Naomi Scott were to actually acknowledge the fact that I existed as a human being, I'd be happy with just that.
All right.
I would be happy with just that. I don't need her to fall in love with me or none of that fairy tale romance bullshit. No. Just acknowledge that I exist as a human being. I'll be like, all right, Lord, I'm ready.
Well,
I got nothing else here.
I'm going to spitball this to the world. If she is by any chance listening, or one of her reps or whatever, please make sure this goes to her. Or if you're just listening to us, please make sure to write to us. Just to say hi. Just to say hi to Willie. That's all we need. Just say hi to Willie.
Acknowledge that I exist as a human being. I'm good. I'll be like, God, you know what? You struck out with Halle Berry. I'm good now.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But I'm going to tell you this right now. God, you don't take him away from me because he's mine. He's going to be here with us for a long time. But at least he's going to be a happy motherfucker just by that. Okay?
That sounded very, very possessive. I just want you to know that only women are allowed to possess me in that manner, and they don't want to.
All right, fine. Then I guess the show possessed you to stay longer. I don't know what to do, Willie.
Oh, I don't know. Now it's possession. I don't know if it became a slavery thing or a poltergeist thing.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Look, let's just finish this off right now, Willie, and let's end this part in the most.
Finish me off, please.
Oh God, you know what? Shit, Willie, I hate you so much. God. So look, let's finish this off right here with Spawn Reboot will avoid retelling the origin story from Todd McFarlane's comics. Look, I don't see an issue with this because it actually worked out pretty well for Spider-Man Homecoming. That they kind of, they bypass the whole Uncle Ben and everything, the whole shtick, and I'm okay with that. If we're gonna go bypass it, but I do say something. At least give us a little brief story of what happened, because I'm pretty sure when new people go see Spawn, they're gonna want to know who the fuck and how the fuck that happened. I'm pretty sure about that. Willie, what are your thoughts about this, man? About the fact that they're taking the origin story out of this.
First, the facts.
Yes.
This is Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, saying this. Quote, I didn't want to do the comic book origin story from issues 1 to 3 in the movie. We were looking for people, without even telling them that, to give us something a little bit different. Unfortunately, 89% of them, according to the other person involved who was interviewing most of them, were falling into the trap of retelling the comic book story in a movie. We saw that movie. The movie came out 20 plus years ago from New Line. So we haven't seen that would be interesting and relevant today, both so basically saying, what haven't we seen? There's one major flaw with that.
Okay, that is?
I'm going to use your Spider-Man analogy.
All right.
When they introduced Spider-Man into the MCU, Spider-Man, who, by the way, is arguably the most popular character in all of Marvel, his story had been told ad nauseum. Even people who had never seen a Spider-Man movie knew his origin.
Okay.
The number of people who know Spawn's origin is much more limited. We're talking about people who were around in 1997 to watch the atrocity that, oh yeah, by the way, John Leguizamo was in.
Yeah, as Violator.
He was Violator. Not only would they remember that, okay, either if they didn't see it there, then they saw it in the animated series that was on HBO.
Amazing.
Or they read the original books.
Yeah.
None of those people were born in the 21st century.
No, you know what? You do make a valid point there, Willie.
So does it have to have the origin story? No, they can tell whatever story they want. But if people want to know where Al Simmons came from, this movie, basically what Todd McFarlane is saying is, this movie's not going to give them that.
Kind of weird, man. Now that you actually put it in that point of view, it will be pretty weird to have newbies and stuff like that come to this movie and ask all the questions on who the hell Al Simmons is and not know it because the movie just said fuck it. That's why I'm just kind of like we've been like,
now
just kind of like put it there, kind of brief, like to know about Spawn. Let's go back like a couple minutes, kind of like let's do not completely like Deadpool. Let's just say
if they were to go and do this really gritty way, this really gritty and dark and morbid intro, so then all of a sudden do the record scratch and say, you're probably wondering how we got here. I would laugh. But
I'll give you that.
It's not just about. Now, I have a really interesting question. Let's see if you can answer it, or at least let's see if you can speculate on it. Are they going to bring up Angela?
That's actually a good question. Being that we talked about this, and that Angela is a Marvel character now, right?
She is now a Marvel character because, very long story short, after a court battle that involves a Todd McFarlane and Angela's creator, who's actually Neil Gaiman, he basically got the rights to his character. Again, I don't want to get into the details. That's a long story. Neil Gaiman got control of the character, and he promptly gave the character to Marvel, who decided to make Angela Thor's long-lost sister. When I told you that, your head actually audibly exploded over the phone.
Oh, no, it did. You were dead for like a few minutes when it just went just quick.
I actually heard your head pop when I told you that Angela was now an angel from the unknown until recently unknown 10th realm of the universe that was locked away because Odin.
Yeah, which I'm still baffled about that.
If this is y'all's first time hearing this, I'm sorry and you're welcome.
Yeah. And if you guys want to hear more about this, again, comment down below. Willie will let you know the full deets of what happened.
No, you know what? I'll send you the link.
Mm-hmm.
Movie Bob, YouTuber, did a really nice retrospective on the whole court case and the whole story about how Angela ended up in the Marvel Universe.
All right, fine. We'll put it down there for you guys.
Have that link below. Y'all can take a look at that and get ready because it's a lot. But it's really interesting and it shows the crazy side of comics.
Oh, definitely. And all I can say right now is, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today on this amazing podcast. And this segment is brought to you by D2D. Use promo code MIAGeeks10 to save 10% your next purchase order. That's MIAGEEKS10. All in caps, description down below. Copy the promo code, click on the link, paste it on the shopping cart, and that's 10% saved, guys. 10%. And also make sure to follow our friends at Decora Lights, which they have some killer LEDs and they're just awesome. You got to meet them, say what's up to them, let them know that the Miami Geeks sent you guys. And as always, like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification button just to know when comes amazing news, which is 3 times a week. Mondays, Wednesday, and Friday, and a little something in between. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to, again, thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you on Friday. Peace!
Ah!